I thought I did. Today's been such a weird night. But anyway, that's kind of where we are with all this. So yes, I'll be double streaming, which is fine. Movie Man here. Thank you. Do I think AI will eventually take over the industry altogether? No. No, I don't believe AI has the ability to take over the industry entirely because AI still requires people. No, I didn't know that, Music Man. I did not know that. I kind of got this whole thing together like in a bit of a hurry. No, I when it comes to AI, there's this I want to show you guys this particular thing. I was tagged earlier and okay, hold on here. Now, I do not under any circumstances like Real Rejects. I think that they are shitty. I think this Corey, whatever the fuck his name is, right? Coy Jandarau. Honestly, the vibes I get from this dude are pretty wild. Like, I honestly get vibes from this guy. Like, we're going to find out he's got some serious skeletons in his closet. I do not like him. I don't know why. I don't know. A lot of people like this guy. But he has this really bad take here about AI. But this was just sent to me a little bit ago.
It's not going to be sustainable. Like, we're not going to keep putting budgets towards things if they're only made to hate watch, and we're not going to keep letting original ideas exist if it's more and more risky. And if AI does what it could do, the thinnest possible storytelling is what it can tell, because someone can type dumb prompts. And if people want the thinnest possible fan service, that's what it can make. And that is my big, I'm not worried.
It's a complete misunderstanding of what it is, right? It's a complete misunderstanding about what not only the AI can do, but the storyteller behind the AI. So if you're sitting there and all you're doing is saying, like, make me an 8-minute Star Wars short story, then that would give you the thinnest plot, because the AI at that point would then be trying to do everything. But that's, by the way, that's not how any of it works at all. All right. Like, they didn't fucking understand. Like, this is the thing. People like Coy here are, and I don't use the term lightly, they're fucking paid shills by the goddamn media, dude. Like, and the thing is, that's what they fought to get. They fought to become paid shills for the media. That's what they did, right? They fought their way. Let's react to fucking movie trailers, and now that makes me a fucking expert on fucking movies. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Like, I love reacting to trailers as well. I enjoy trailers. That doesn't make you a fucking expert. That's like me watching porn and saying, you know what, man, I'm an expert at sex. It ain't shit. So these fucking idiots, and that's a good way to describe it, okay? These corporate sellout idiots, because that's all they are. That's all they'll ever do. Okay. Like, that's all they'll ever fucking do, is they will just hate on shit that's not already corporate approved. So by coming out and saying, like, oh, the AI can only do razor thin plot, it's like completely ridiculous. They don't engage with it at all. They don't know how the technology works. They don't know how storytelling works. All right. These guys just sit there and go, like, let me tell you about the latest $200 million Hollywood movie. And that's all they do. Like, that's fine. That's their lane. That's what they want. That's cool. But they're not creative. Okay, they're reactive. They're not creative. They're reactive. There's not a creative bone in either of their bodies. They'll talk about this shit because this is the notes that they were fucking given. All right, like, that's all. And we'll continue.
Worried about AI taking over artists' quality work. An AI thing will never make an Oscar film. It'll never make a performance like Meryl Streep. It'll never do any of the things that are art. But
that's the thing, though. An AI won't, but a person behind the AI might. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this idiot doesn't understand about it. He's like going like, well, I won't be able to do the artist thing. You see? I won't be able to fucking do it, you see? It's all fucking fear-mongering, torch and pitchfork nonsense. All right. But like, in 5 years, man, when you find out that, like, the next Spider-Verse movie post Phil Lord and Chris Miller utilizes AI to cut down on production costs, and the damn thing still wins best animated feature, this guy's going to be out there going like, well, it's pretty good. I got to admit. It's fucking, I hate these people. right? I fucking hate these people because they have no creative skin in the fucking game. That's it, right? He's got the koi up there. He's got the Comic-Con thing. Good for him to go with the Comic-Con and get the fucking label. But that's not because he created anything that anyone looks at. It's like fucking, at least as much as I dislike Red Letter Media, they've at least done some shit. They at least try to tell some kind of story, even though I don't like what they do. This guy doesn't do anything. All right. This guy literally is the equivalent of like pig vomit in fucking Private Parts, if you know that character.
Can do the fan servicey giant throwdown ending that a lot of these people think they wanted. It can do that. And it can do that now. So in 5 years, when we're 5 years deeper into hate and 5 years deeper into simple thinking and 5 years more removed from seeing each other and 5 years less.
See, here's the thing. Was he talking about simple thinking? Now, there's another part of this conversation. And they're talking, I guess, about the boys finale. Okay. And like somehow we're removed from seeing each other. Dude, how many fucking people have gone out to see Mandalorian and Grogu this weekend? I took my family to Red Robin today for dinner. It's kind of a reward for my daughter getting over being sick. That's what she requested. We go there. We sit down. This family walks in next to us. Dad's got a Mandalorian shirt on. Daughter's got a Star Wars shirt on. And then they're talking about the movie, because they just went to go see it. And then they went out to go get dinner afterward, right? So it's like family went to go see it. Dad's rocking the merch. Daughter's rocking the merch. That's not people not seeing each other. This is the problem with people like Koi here and why they're literally stupid, because they live in a fucking bubble, right? Like they live in a bubble. By trying to say like we're 5 years away from hate watch. He wants to talk about people hate watching. 55 million people watch season 5 of The Boys on fucking Amazon. Okay, not all 55 million people hate watched it. I didn't even know that my 68-year-old father was watching The Boys until I called him and he was finishing up season 1 of this season, and that was a couple weeks ago. I did not know he was a fan of the show. All right. Not everybody is online terminally like this dude who has got these beady little fucking eyes. I swear, his eyes tell me so much about who he is as a person. And everything about this guy. He doesn't know anything is what I'm really trying to say. But we'll just finish the clip because we've already started it.
Less apt to have a social conversation. That's how it wins. It's a multi-tanked approach. Like everything's leading towards it. And I think I'm so defensive.
What is leading towards it? People are wanting more content. That's been happening since COVID. That's been happening since streaming. All right. It's like a never ending raging forest fire. It has to be fed. People want to know more. We're no longer in the age of where everybody only has 6 channels and that's it. All right. Like that's it. You know, there was a thing I saw the other day about Johnny Carson, like how he had so many million people watching him every night. Yeah. Back in the 70s, when at 11 o'clock at night, what the fuck else was there to watch? People stayed up late to watch him because it was the only thing on TV. How many times people who were born post fucking 2000 do not remember event television the way that we in the 90s and before remember event television. Like the whole Who Shot Mr. Burns thing was a summer-long phenomenon, culminating with not only America's Most Wanted doing a Who Shot Mr. Burns special, which if you can find on YouTube, it's really fun. And then talking about like the phenomenon of it over the summer, the build up to find out who shot Mr. Burns. People were holding viewing parties for the fucking Simpsons. Okay. Like people do miss those days and they're not that hard to get again. But the biggest problem here is that these companies, they make sure that you're not able to share the content. You're not able to watch it with a fucking group because that is something that they view as, you know, unauthorized distribution and it goes against copyright. But you can do a private one and that's perfectly fucking fine. But there's no ways to do it. I'm sure that if there was like, you know, there's no way to privately do, people do it on Discord all the time. Okay, StreamYard has a private thing, but if I got to pay like $60 a month to get access to it, and I don't want to pay that, you know? So, but if they gave it to me and I could get like 50 people in at a time, I'd be like, yeah, okay, channel members, we're going to watch this thing. Okay, like that's going to be a very private screening, a private thing to do, and that would be then generate conversation. It's not that people don't want to watch this stuff together, it's that they can't watch this stuff together. They have to watch it in an isolated bubble and then go online to talk about it, especially when it's brand new shows that drop at fucking midnight. And if you don't get on it within the first, I don't know, like 2 days, the conversation moves the fuck on, because it goes back to what I said about there being a raging goddamn fucking forest fire about content. But I do not fucking expect an absolute goddamn retard like this guy to fucking understand that, because everything that he does is all the studio system shit. Right? Oh, I'm going to go work for fucking DC. I'm going to talk to James Gunn. I'm going to get all the fucking talking points. Let me go react to this other fucking trailer. Like, this isn't a content. This isn't a creative individual. This is a goddamn fucking slop reaction factory. All right? You can sit there and bitch and moan about AI all you want. I quite frankly don't fucking care. But what we're going to go through in a little bit is we're going to be talking about how to build at least a minute long short, if possible, and what it takes to build it, and the actual effort that goes in. Even if things are automated, there's still a human behind it trying to convey a point. That's what I'm talking about here. This guy does not get it, but this is the biggest problem when you've got people that were able to get on in on the YouTube game who don't understand this shit, and they think that they know this shit, and then they get put in positions of authority because they get propped up by the fucking studio marketing system that wants to use them as cheap labor in order to push out fucking shit to their fucking audience. And all the time they want to act like a goddamn authority. Bitch, grab a camera and fucking make something. All right? Or fucking don't. I don't care. But either way, like, fucking realize that, like, you don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm so full of like, love this thing because there's so few of us advocating for positivity, and so few of us.
This guy, by the way, is toxic positivity, like legitimately toxic positivity, right? I advocate for positivity, but I never say don't criticize something. If you have a valid critique of something, by all means, express it. What we've seen in regards to, let's say, The Mandalorian and Grogu is a fair amount of vitriol. And I would say there's probably been a little bit of toxic positivity, people acting like there's no problems with the movie. No, there very much are. But it's still a damn good movie.
Us advocating for looking in the good things. So few of us looking at the creators. So few of us that are seeing the hope of what that story could have been, even if it all doesn't quite work, even if that doesn't quite make sense. But man, how did you feel? No one's talking about that. And so I feel like I have to yell it. And it's so exhausting when that's met with just rage, because it just validates all the fuckers that were saying that.
See, this guy is mad at people having a very low media literacy when it comes to the Boys series finale, which is very true. There's a lot of, like, I did a tweet the other day. I just said media literacy is dead, and that blew up as well. And it's also very true, because people just want to be mad at that kind of shit because they watch people that get mad at that kind of shit, because the people that get mad at that kind of shit are able to put out the videos the fastest, which end up getting the algorithm the fastest. And the reason why that is because they play up the isolation, they play up the loneliness, and they play up the community part. Because if you watch something, here's the thing, if you watch something right away and you are sitting alone by yourself in your room and you want to go and look up what people are saying about it, and the first thing you see is like, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, and you're like, fuck, man, everyone fucking hated this thing. I liked it though. I didn't mind it. Am I wrong? And if all you're seeing, because the algorithm is pushing it nonstop, then what you are is you get into an echo chamber, an algorithmic echo chamber, and then you start clicking on those videos like, well, what do they hate about it? And then you look at it and you're like, oh, well, okay, yeah, okay, I could see complaints about that. I can understand why they would maybe not like this decision overall, this character movement or motivation or whatever happened here, this story chose. I mean, but it really wasn't that bad. And then you watch another one and they say the same thing. You're like, well, okay, maybe they got a point. If everyone's saying it, then maybe, just maybe, I'm wrong. And then you start looking at it through their lens, their perspective. Yeah, man, that character choice made no fucking sense, despite the fact that they telegraphed it like, I don't know, an episode earlier. And then you don't think about it because you're not being put in a position to think about things critically. or even thoughtfully. What you're doing is you're looking at it through the lens of like someone that went into it to nitpick every single fucking detail. This is why I hate red letter media. This is why I hate CinemaSins. This is why I hate fucking chuds like this guy. And yes, Koi Jandrow, whatever the fuck his name is an absolute goddamn chud. But he's an opposite chud. He's like an SJW chud. Okay. But he is the same exact guy. He's like, no, you can't criticize this. You can only love this. That's not how any of it works. But because we don't live in a place anymore where people are going together to go and see movies or go and watch TV shows together as a way to have that communal experience, because we do not have that ability to join up together and do that communally, it becomes a big problem. Unless you do it like subtly, right? Using like, you get people together privately and you do, a StreamYard hangout and you watch some stuff. I've known people that have gotten early screening links. Like, for example, when the Snyder Cut came out 5 years ago, I knew a lot of people that got access to it early that were actually streaming it for people behind the scenes. Like, they got the early screening link, and that was going out among certain groups of people so they could all watch it early in order to be able to rag on it and shit on it and everything else. Like, people will do it as a way to fucking make money, but not as actually a way to build a goddamn fucking community. And that ultimately, like, is my whole point with this shit. All right. With people like that fucking guy. That's what I'm talking about here. Yeah. It's, are we allowed to say retard here on YouTube? I don't give a shit. I'll fucking say it. They also need brain rot memes in the background. Yeah. Hold on. I'm just gonna fucking, end on Matt Jarbo channel. And we're just gonna fucking go from here. Okay. There we go. Now we're good. Because it doesn't matter. People over there are watching anyway. It's fucking dead. So, okay, yeah. If you're watching, I guess maybe there's more people watching on the Matt Jarbo channel, but whatever. It's over here now. Okay, let me take a look here at some stuff here. All right, Mo for being a member for 27 months. Thank you, buddy. Says, sup nerds, AI films. This is the way. I mean, yeah, I like it. We got Ahsoka Tano here for 20 bones. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Huey named his unborn daughter Robin because it's in honor of his previous girlfriend who died when A Train ran through. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think back to Robin's death when I talked about that. It's one of the things where it's like I saw the show in 2019, right? And it's like that name barely ever comes up. And I mean, considering also like I said, oh, with the Batman reference, better than fucking The Dark Knight Rises, which I mean, I think ultimately, I think it played a dual meaning, but I see your point. And I still find that callback to be very fucking weird, right? I still find that callback to be very, very, very weird. I get it, like sweetly, I get it, but that one was a little bit weird for me. But thank you for that. Also here for Ahsoka. My issue with Marvel comic omnibuses is that they don't put the comics in chronology order when it comes to the story. Oh, they don't? Did they just have it in release order? Like, how do they do that? I have no fucking idea how any of that works. But thank you for that. I don't know. I don't read the omnibuses. I did read Absolute Batman #1 though the other day. So people who say I don't read comics, I did. I sat down, I read Absolute Batman #1, which is pretty good. And I do want to read more. I thought it was pretty solid. I want to read more. Then we got Rational here for 5. Thank you. Says you can be against AI, but once you start doxing, harassing employees of AI companies or people who share AI generated videos, you are a loser. Yeah, that's very true. And the thing is, though, again, people like that Koi guy go out there and he uses that whole notion of like, well, yeah, it's fucking it's bad. And then people are like, oh, well, I get mad because I need to feel something. And that's a lot of it, though. But thank you guys for that one there. I read a comic. Okay, fine. I read a comic. But I still read a comic, Mo. Okay. When's the last time I'd read a comic? I think the last comic I read before that was like Rip-a-Verse. And I read that like to see if it was any good. And it wasn't. Your tweet on the old film YouTube community, is that about Snorlax? In part. I was thinking about it earlier and I was just like, fucking, we used to have a community of people. And everything else. And we used to have people that wanted to talk about stuff. And I'd say from a good debate strategy. But then you go over to like, and even some, I like William, but it's like you go over there and he's like, I have certain topics I won't talk about. Or like, blah. He has like these restrictions on shit. But then like, I understand why. And then like, occasionally I'll get Chris will come on here and then like it will deviate into something completely different than what I wanted to talk about. But it's good to have a good group of people. Like I do miss, when it was like Saggy and Snorlax and everybody and Max and everything else. But even like Max is like moved on to other shit. Yeah, Snorlax and Enosh fucked it up. Yeah, they did. It's like the fact that Matt has to keep a paper trail and Donovan is sad. I do that because in many ways to fucking to kind of just bug him. Like, do I think that Donovan's gonna come to my house? No. But like, did he retweet a guy calling for the death of people who like AI? That's true. RJ is Snorlax Droga. RJ is Snorlax. We call him Snorlax because he's boring and he's fat. I can't do his streams. I like him. I like Arik a lot. But like his streams, I don't like the co-hosts. I just don't. I just like, and I think one of them specifically doesn't like me, I think. And everything else, I've been on there before and like the guy got like real quiet. So I'm pretty sure I'm just not liked. And maybe that's what the vibe I'm picking up on and shit. Let's see here. Enosh messed it up the most. His incident caused the Max blackmail because of him saying he knew Skywalker was sending stuff to his son. Yeah. Yeah. You've got a fucking crazy fucking pastor in Michigan. And then you've got, him, right. It's the whole thing. I don't really feel like bringing it up. Right. Crazy Joe, I like. Crazy Joe is welcome anytime to come on and hang out, obviously. So, wait, do call him boring? Who's boring? Which one's boring? you gotta be better about the who's boring. But anyway, to get back on topic here, because I do want to keep that going. So one of the things I wanted to do, I've done the Scott and Frank stuff, as you guys know, but I did show you guys this last week. This is something I made with C-Dance.
I'm out of Shep Mori. Terminator 2. Empire Strikes Back.
So I kind of feel like leading up to that particular fight would be better. Now, the voices that you heard on there were very, very, very similar to Rick and Morty, and I'm not a fan of that. And so I tried to go back in and find a way to fix that myself. And I did so by using some AI voices, and I was able to make that work. But the downside to that is it lacks the emotion. This is like, I did this as a test and I didn't care for it.
You excited for Nolan's Odyssey?
Not really.
You think it's going to be bad?
No.
Because of the casting?
I think the internet's going to ruin talking about it.
You still think Nolan's overrated, though?
Oh, absolutely. You'll never convince me that Nolan didn't shit the bed with Interstellar.
Because Nolan did shit the bed with Interstellar. I'm sorry, that last act is fucking terrible. The last act is garbage, folks, garbage. But but either way, okay, it is a situation where it's like, that's just a take. It's just meant to be more of a joke, right? Well, the downside to it, though, is that there's no real emotion there. And so obviously the right call would be to get voice actors to be able to make stuff, to come on in, to record the lines, and then be able to then put that into the AI and then have the AI act that out. So then we would be able to keep it pretty consistent. Because when you start letting it do other things, you get something kind of like this. And this is also made with C-Dance. And you guys are going to see or hear the similar voice, right? Listen to the voice of the two guys that are here, and you're going to see what I'm talking about.
Ricky, I think this just might be my masterpiece. Isn't this one of those 300 AI songs you uploaded to all the streamers last month that literally 0 people listened to? Yeah, but it's not AI songs I'm generating here now, dude. What else then? Listeners. Listeners? Bro, in the past few hours I generated 300 bots to play my 300 songs. And they're all listening right now! I mean, imagine how many fake bands we can trend out. How many royalties we can rake in for songs no one's ever heard. Not even us. Now tell me you hear that money printer too, baby! No. Steve, someone did that already. Really? Well...
You guys can hear...
Originality is clearly overrated. No, man, I mean, I saw someone try to do that already. A North Carolina man who stole $8 million in royalties faces 5 years in prison. Ah! Where's the delete all button?
All right, so this guy, Cartoon Hero, is doing this, and he's selling a. This guy right here is selling a. What's the word? I think it's like a tutorial, of course. Okay, like it's finally here. Cartoon Hero 3.0 drops June 2nd. 1,200 plus students, a 42% completion rate, 450 positive reviews, thriving Discord and school communities, fully updated with latest AI animation workflows. All right, ready to create your first animated show. Waitlist below. And so you can get on there. I'm kind of curious. It's sold out, right? Or maybe it's sold out. I don't know. Let's say here. Our completion rate is unusually high due to gamified structure. Constant AI contest keeps students motivated. Also, every time someone posts about Cartoon Hero at an extra Discord, we screenshot it. In just 9 months since version 1 launch, we collected 463 screenshots. Okay, so he's creating. Hope the course wouldn't be so expensive, right? That's kind of the whole point. I like what is? Hold on here. Cartoon Hero price. Like, what is it? Let's hold on. Let's see here. Course price. I'm wondering if it's oh, here we go. Okay. Right. So here we go. It's $200. That's like what they're charging for it, right? So I mean, people are gonna pay it. People are gonna fucking pay it. Because they want to learn more about it. And I totally get that, right? They want to learn more about it, so they're totally gonna pay that shit. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Thanks also, HWADs are coming on in too. I'm headed out for the night. What are you doing? What are you even doing? You're doing nothing. Anyway. Hold on here. $5 from Ahsoka. Thank you. I will always prefer the MCU, Marvel comics, anything DC, but I'm planning on reading DC Absolute line. Yeah, the DC. I mean, the DC, the Absolute Batman. The first issue was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I want to read more, so I will find a way to read more. But anyway, yeah. So this is what's going on with this, right? So this guy is selling a course, 53 lessons, and then if they're gamifying stuff and it's working, then there you go. But like one of the things that I do is, I've got, let's see, I'll show you guys this. So this is what I paid for. I dropped $336 for the year. This is open art. This is everything that, this is their whole thing. And so we've got, you can see I've got like 17,000 credits for the rest of the month. And this is like it updates every month. I get 24,000 credits, which is roughly about 60 generations. But the more I do something, the more it will then use, right? So you've got...
you excited for Nolan's Odyssey?
This is the one I did here, all right? Where I used image 1, image 2, image 3, and then audio 1, and so you kind of have to give it everything in order to kind of get everything out of it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to play around with everything. We're going to do text with reference here. And then we're going to do... Scott and I fucking do both. The fuck, man. Okay, drag him in. There we go. All right, and then we've got, what do I have here for do I have uploads? Yeah, this is is this the one? Okay, yeah, so this is just like the background of the thing, right? And then we've got the other things I've worked on here. So then it becomes like, okay, let's figure out how to, do a thing. So I can generate right now if I want. I don't have anything set up for it. But right now I can generate, and it costs me 400 credits. And what it generates is like 5 seconds. But I can sit there, I can tweak it. How do I do that? I'm still learning how this whole thing goes. So I can prompt from an image. I can delete that shit. I can also do different video. I do 1 generation up to 4 generations. And there we go. And I can check it here as well. I can do the resolution, 480. I can't do, if I do 1080, it really jumps up. And then if I go all the way to 15 seconds, we're talking 1,200 credits. So the idea would be to figure out how to do a, let's say like, we can go for a minute. right? Like a little, maybe 30 seconds. Like just go for 30 seconds to a minute and see what's there. You know what I mean? And like kind of see what's going on to kind of figure out the best course of action for it. 200 for classes to make AI cartoons. Well, what you got to understand about the 200 for the classes is that it's like they have prompt tutorials. Like they teach you step by step how to use all this stuff, right? And is it possible for a 5-minute animation? Yes, it is. But it would require you to then generate, up to 5 minutes, which is a fair amount of money, And so what we'll do is we're going to take a look here at this. This is my Chat GPT project for Scott and Frank, right? So I asked it, what do you know about Scott and Frank? And I've been developing stuff in there, right? So Scott and Frank is a recurring comic animated short series set inside a retro 1990s style video rental store. It's not just a backdrop, essential to the identity of the series, VHS, all that shit, right? I mean, I wouldn't say VHS aisles and movie posters, obviously, because I'm trying to keep copyright down, but it allows for, a lot to be kind of played with there. So there is a lot we can do with this. So then we got to figure out, okay, like what kind of animated short to do. And then it becomes even a deeper question of how much, what exactly happens over the course of that minute, right? So, what we were just looking at, that other one, that guy made, that was a minute long, this one over here. This was a minute long, and it, generally speaking, told a story in a minute and 3 seconds. So that would have been at least, several generations of Seed Dance. Now, I don't know what he went through to do that. I don't know if he was using Runway, if he was using whatever and shit, but it's an idea. So let's go back over here. Okay. And, right, you know what? Like, what would be, okay, I'm asking you guys this. What would be a good argument for these guys to get into? What would be a good argument that would then escalate into something hilarious, right? So if we go back, we'll go back and we'll use the, we'll do like, screw it. We'll have a little bit of fun with this one, given the fact that The Mandalorian and Grogu came out. Okay, so this weekend, The Mandalorian and, if I could type, Grogu movie came out. And I want to do a short animated video with Seed Dance 2.0. That is an escalating argument between Scott and Frank over the value of Star Wars. Frank is old school and loved the movie because it was the type of film he would have seen as a kid, but Scott wasn't too happy with it because it, what would be a good one for him to be there? He wouldn't be too happy with it because it wasn't following the sequel trilogy, and it was just something that was hanging there in an undetermined timeline. Frank counters this by saying that it's post Return of the Jedi. But Scott says something along the lines of, well, fuck Jesus. Like, that movie came out in 1983 when you were just one years old. So, like something along those lines. Okay. And from there, it escalates into a fight about how The Last Jedi was a great deconstruction of the franchise / Jedi, and Frank is just too old to let go of what came before and embrace what is new, and that the Mandalorian movie is a response to the boomers, just like Rise of Skywalker was. All right. This is Scott's framing. Frank tries to argue against The Last Jedi as having no point, and it's obvious Disney had no choice but to react the way it did, because Rian Johnson took the story nowhere. That led to a third film in a trilogy. So Disney had to bring back J.J. Abrams to fix things. All right, that's fine. That's an argument. That could be 30 seconds. Okay. What's up going on? Is this really him? Is this really fucking Brandon? What do you mean the prequel trilogy was trash? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. All right. So let's see what it comes up with. Okay. Now, I don't quite know. Now, over here, this is where we'll kind of build it first a little bit. So I was kind of, this is my Google Flow account for when I do all of the things. Here's Donald. I wonder who he's modeled after. Jeez. I wonder who he's modeled after. No idea. So yeah, this is where I've got like all the things. Even when I did, this one was great. The Schumacher one here, right? If you guys see here, they're actually looking at, they got the Batman and Riddler mugs. And I actually, for this was great. I went in to, oh God, how do I go back? Images, all media. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on here. This thing's being stupid. Okay, I actually went and found the mugs, right? And I put that in the prompt, and it found the mugs, and it used that to make it. So that was great. So I was just making this for tonight's thumbnail. But all right. So here we go. This is what it came up with. And again, this is probably not going to be good. Make them fight about bat nipples. Maybe. You know what? Maybe we can do that at some point in time. The cups were cool in the 90s. The fact that it's been like 30 years that those cups have been floating around and that they're well regarded. Would I want them? I mean, like, if you don't want them, absolutely. I had them when I was younger. I forget what's crazy. What is up with Mo Moon? He's unnecessarily mean-spirited. Mo likes to... he's deaf in one ear, so he doesn't understand sarcasm. He can't hear it. So no, don't worry about him, Ahsoka. Feel free just to call him out and then whatever. Are those the characters I made with AI? Yeah, that was Scott and Frank. And I just can't, was fucking around with that a while back. Again, I need to get back into making those particular comics because people seem to kind of enjoy them. So, yeah, he likes to stir the pot. That's a pretty good way of looking at it. All right, so here we go. Okay, so, the AI, it's got all this stuff here. Okay, it gives me everything. All right, so here's what it says. Okay, so this is a recommended structure. 4 clips do is 5 to 8 seconds each. So that's not terrible. That's like 4 generations. Okay, so we got clip 1, the opening disagreement. Purpose, establish the debate cleanly. Scott's behind the checkout counter. Frank is on the customer side of the counter, leaning forward casually inside the video store. Now, what I can do here to kind of get an idea for this, okay, I can take this and I can go back over here and I can do, oh, yeah. Okay, whoops, add to prompt, add to prompt, and add to prompt. Okay. So, these guys are there. Okay, so this is the staging right here, right? So we'll do nano banana this one times 4. So we'll take a look at it. So we're gonna have Nano Banana kind of like generate the first panel, really. So coming back over here, we'll see like again, this is just very, and again, I'm not like really gonna spend a lot of time trying to like, fine tune everything. This is more of a test. Okay. And then so here we've got this opening clip right here. Okay. But then this is almost done. So I'm just kind of looking at what else is kind of coming up with here. Okay, so we can see here that again, like we got this one right off the bat. All right. Like there's a lot of text there, and I'm not a big fan of the font. Also, the cash register is usually something that's not there. And then there's that, right? So we can come over here. Here's another one. And so they got some Star Wars posters that they put on the thing, but it's the same Star Wars poster. All right. And then it says it's poster of the Jedi is kind of the point. But again, they don't have this particular first bubble here from there. Okay. So more or less, this would kind of be the one that I like right here because it's got a clear, font. And I can also dictate a lot of the stuff in there as well. So I can sit there and go, okay. And then here's this. All right. Let's say I kind of like this. Okay. What do I want to change? Remove the text. Okay. Like we're just going to remove the text from that. So then I like the clean plate. Well, we should be able to get a pretty clean plate off that one there. I totally own Buntastic. 100% I own Buntastic. Yeah. Yeah. Have you gone to buy the URL yet, Brandon? Because I'm going to buy it with all my Scott and Frank money. I'm going to make Buntastic the movie that Frank makes inside of the world of Scott and Frank. That's going to be his big hit. It's going to be a piece of shit. Okay. Whoops. See, okay. The problem there is that it ended up taking out all of the text. I didn't need that. That was my bad. So you got to be careful with what you prompt on this shit. So go back to this. We're going to show history. Okay. All right. Do this here. Nope. We're going to just, okay. No, damn it. Hide history, show history. What that fucking do? Sometimes it gets a little bit wonky with this. But that's okay. All right. So, okay. Remove the chat bubble and dialogue. All right. We'll see if that works. Because again, it takes a little bit, right? So we got this thing going on here. You're going to read The Boys now that it's finished. I think you're not going to be happy about it. Is Buntastic the animated equivalent of The Room? Kind of. I do miss Sora. For being able to generate like that little bit to fuck with him. That was pretty good. So anyway, while this is generating, let's see where we are with the other. Okay, so again, the idea there is that, okay, Scott steps out from behind the counter, a little animated, incredulous. Frank crosses his arms, already annoyed. But like, where's Scott coming from? That becomes kind of the issue. So he should just stay on that side of the counter. Okay. So it says, Scott, Frank, Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. You're what, 1? You're not defending canon. You're defending a feeling. Now, I don't necessarily like that line because I get it, but it's also, that's like, it's not X, it's Y. It's kind of an AIism that I'm not a fan of. But Frank goes, yeah, and that feeling is called Star Wars. Okay. And I mean, it kind of works. Okay. And then he goes over here, like the Last Jedi fight. Okay. Scott points aggressively. Frank gets heated, steps closer. The energy should visibly rise here. No, the Last Jedi actually challenged the franchise, questioned the Jedi, questioned legacy, questioned hero worship. You can't let go of the past long enough to accept something new. Now, I want to kind of change this to say you can't let go of the past long enough to kill it, which is kind of the line from the movie, which I think would be a little bit better. And I'll change that when we get into everything. All right. And this is, here we go. Oh, please. The Last Jedi didn't challenge anything. It solved everything. So we kind of like this conversation is escalating. And then, so then they give us kind of like the master visual prompt on this one. And I have a thing for that when we get to that point. Okay. But going back over to this, see, now we see that they got sci-fi retrick again. It's I like the setup of it, but it removed everything. Even though it has everything right here, it's not perfect. So you kind of have to be careful about that. In order to make it work. So again, take a little bit of a time there. What we'll do is we're just going to then go and do the staging. Okay. So then let's try it again. And we'll just add the staging. Because you have to kind of, I probably don't always have to go and add this in there, but I do just because I like to make it, there we go. Add to prompt. Okay, now we're just going to do the staging of it and get that for the animation. Let's see. Oh, Brandon's all crying and shit. There you go. Brandon, if you know you're not supposed to be here, then why are you here? If you know you're not supposed to be here, if your mom told you to not talk to me, if your parents are threatening to fucking sue me over jokes, then you shouldn't be here. Okay, it's past your bedtime. Go to bed. You're in your 30s. Fucking stop it. Okay. All right, so now we're back over here and we can see that we've got most of this stuff working. Okay. I kind of like this one, right? Although, yeah, see there, I mean, like, you got like this different kind of vibes. Late fee is supply. We don't really need that. I don't know why they keep putting the cash register in the center. So we'll just kind of stick with this. Okay. So we're going to do this as an upscale, but this is good. We'll keep this one. All right. So we're going to reuse the prompt here. Oh no, sorry. Hold on. We're going to add this one to prompt. So that's image 1. Okay. That's just image 1. All right. So then we can then move that over here and then start generating image 2. We'll see if that continues the framing, but then moves the characters. It might not work. So it's one of those things where it's like, you got to kind of figure it all out. It's all kind of, pushing it through. But even the AI itself will be able to figure it out. I just want to have some clean plates that we'll be able to work with there. Okay, so that's that one. Let me go. Okay, see here. Clip 001. Okay, so that one is there. It's good. All right, so we kind of like it. So let's go over to, we'll take this, and now we're going to come over here to this. So we're going to paste this here, and I'm going to be able to put the, to be able to do all that. Okay. Now, we'll see. Hold on here. Let me take a look. I got to go back, take a quick look here. If they have it there. Okay. Let's see if we can, here we go. They gave us the prompting for it. Now, but at the same time, I can come over here and I took all the tutorials that I could find over on OpenArt. All right. And, okay, so I have a little animated, this is, by the way, Google Notebook. You can put up to 300 different sources in here. It will read the transcripts from everything and then give me output, which is pretty decent. A little animated short film for my characters, Scott and Frank. Actually, hold on here. I'm going to add sources. One thing I forgot. We want to make sure that Notebook LM has Scott and Frank. So we're just going to put the pasted text in here and put that in. So now it knows, there we go. Now it has the series guide to be able to pull from in order to make all this work. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let me come back down over here and get that for that. Okay. They are going to be, hold on. I am building a small 30-second short. that has the two of them arguing about Star Wars. And I need you to look over the prompt for open art to see if it's if it matches what the tutorials say. Actually, let me get the dialogue for that clip as well. We'll just throw that in there just to be on the safe side. Okay. So, let's see what it says. All right. Let's see. Scott and Frank's Star Wars argument could escalate them using rolled up movie posters as light sticks. I mean, we can figure that out. We could probably figure that out. So, yeah, this is not Donovan, by the way. This is somebody else. That's not Donovan. I've already looked that out. I've already looked that up. It's not Donovan. I still think you should redesign Frank. The design of Frank is fine. The voice is still where it gets to be tricky because it's, as I showed earlier, it's not just me. Like when it comes to cartoon characters, it is pulling from Rick and Morty, which I don't really like. Eric, I can't tell you. I never learned their names. I know. I'm terrible. Okay. So here's what it says. All right. So, and this is why I love Notebook LM, by the way. It's great because you can just like put in all the stuff and then ask questions about it. So it says use character tags. Okay. And audio instead of just typing Scott and Frank. Okay. Which we did that. Okay. Explicitly prompt for lip syncing. And, all right. Well, I don't have audio for either character. I'm going to just use this to use what is given to me by the model for this test animation. So let's not worry about audio for right now. Because I did that before with the audio, right? And so that was where we got this.
You excited for Nolan's Odyssey?
Not really.
You think it's going to be bad?
No.
That was taken with, again, I put the dialogue into 11 Labs and I had it, I got to figure out like how to make 11 Labs work more so for me for what I want, And that's the thing. But then you look at here, I want to show you guys this, like this right here.
Hey, sir, you can't be back here.
Bitch! You son of a bitch!
Now, that clip, that's a Seed Dance 2.0. That's one of the initial ones that came out. But that one, you can tell it pulled from Bryan Cranston. It pulled from Bob Odenkirk a little bit. And it was able to reference those images and do all that. So it can pull information and make it work. But again, on the animated side of things, it is doing it not great. Hold on here. Did you happen to see the woman on Dave Film Junkie's last vodka stream? I don't know who she is. I unfollowed the Film Junkie. I'm sorry. I'll tell you the reason why. When Dave started promoting a YouTube channel that is clearly in violation of copyright and is complaining about everything, like Dave's in his own world and Dave wants to be in his own world, and that's perfectly fucking fine. There's a reason why the Film Junkie isn't growing, and it has everything to do with who he surrounds himself with, which is unfortunate. But I kind of wish him the best. Which channel? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. It's which one was it? It was this guy. What the fuck was this dude's fucking name? I found him the other day. It was just like I'm trying to find it here. Hold on. Okay. It's I think it's like Aerolux Studios, right? Here, I'll show you this real quick. This is the guy. So this is Aerolux Studio. We talked about this the other day. And he's like hasn't been, he hasn't gotten his monetization back. And so he's like freaking out about it, but like it seems like he's whatever. He just joined Twitter, but this is his channel. And like you can see here that he's done like, look at the videos here, K-pop Demon Hunters, all this Netflix branding. I broke down how he basically just like takes, he fakes the trailers. He definitely makes them like in AI, and I have nothing against that. I don't think they're very good, but like what he does is he's like making people think that this stuff is real when it's not. And as a result of that, Dave was out there pushing it, and I'm going like, bro, like this guy's fake, man. Like you shouldn't, And then Dave doesn't bother he doesn't care. If it doesn't impact him, he doesn't give a shit. You haven't watched the Film Junkie since the whole Snyder crap. I'm in no way am I criticizing Dave. I think Dave is a good dude. I think Dave has charisma. I think he's a fun guy, but he's in his bubble, man. He's in his drinking buddy bubble. And that's where it's at, like it's been 5 years since the Snyder Cut, and everything about the Film Junkie has remained the same. Like it's just, he's as far as I understand, he's at a place where he feels comfortable to be able to do it. That's great. So he's had comics and everything on the channel, and I don't know who the fuck that is. Like you've noticed that Dave doesn't seem to be growing. Yeah, exactly. No, don't unfollow him if you don't want to. I'm not telling anyone to unfollow him. All right. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is just like, don't worry about it. He's just like, again, leave Dave alone. I'll fight you. Saggy, shut the fuck up. All right. You need to get on his show and make it actually interesting. If anything, I know you're a drama whore, and I love you for that. But like, the thing with Saggy is Saggy elevates the drama on like every channel she goes on, and I think that is her superpower, right? And that works for her, So like it's good. She should totally fucking go on there and then make vodka stream interesting. She doesn't actually Saggy should get really fucking hammered and go on there and be like, hey guys, my name is Saggy. You want to see my fucking chest tattoo? Jabba fucking hates my chest tattoo. Fucking hates it. But look at it. If I squish it together, it's like a Mad Magazine back cover. That's what it is. No, but she knows I love her. Anyway, so back to what we're doing here. All right. So where am I at? All right. So, okay, making sense. Here's this new prompt. Okay. Yeah, all right. So this should be pretty this is okay. You kind of have to give it okay, can we all right, let's see. Okay, yeah, so far I'm pushing for 5-second generation because of the 2 lines of dialogue. Should I go to 6 or more seconds? Let's see what it says. Because what I like about it is just like, it's kind of like, yeah, this is what I'm going for. And it can maybe give me the ideas based upon having the tutorials to kind of pull from all that shit. It's cherry flavor wine. Is that what you, there? I'm not even going to make the joke. Not even going to make the joke. All right. 5 seconds is your starting point. Since you're saying time is too short and long. Okay. Okay, we'll do 6 seconds just to be on the safe side. All right, so come back over to this now, and all right, I can just I'm just gonna do. Where am I? Make sure I'm on this page. Okay, so let's do this. Right, but it does. Is it image? Is it actually doing it as image 1? No, it's not. So again, I have to kind of. Maybe because it doesn't need to be in brackets. Image 1. Shit. Yeah. Okay, that was Scott. I got fucking. All right. So you have to kind of go back in and give it a thing, right? So Frank, and then all right. Image 2 is Frank. Ah, fuck. Has to be. It has to be its own thing. All right. I don't think it can be fucking. Okay. And And I don't see anything more. All right. So we're going to come down here. We're going to expand it out to 6 seconds. We'll do 560 credits. Okay, fine. Again, I'm kind of blazing through what I've got this month. So we'll just generate that and see what it does. So in the meantime, we can, I can actually kind of like retool the dialogue a little bit there. But we can also come over here. We can just see that it's got, I can also just take this as well. What is Scott doing with his leg? Da 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 da. What the fuck? All right, so I love I really enjoy this shit. Make the joke. I was gonna say sherry flavored wine is what she calls her pussy. Anyway. What software am I using? So I'm using a mixture. This is Google Flow, and I think you can have access to it on its own. Here, I'll post the link in the chat. This is for Google Flow. When is this airing on Adult Swim? When I can get better fucking voices, I guess. So, yeah, Eric, the whole thing is, if you have a Google account, which I'm sure you do, if you're on YouTube, you have a Google account, you can log in, and I don't know how much generations you get. I actually pay for, I pay for the pro account, and so I get flow credits, and that's for video generation. But oh shit, I went to the wrong page here. You guys can see all the other crap I've been trying to work on. Terrible stuff. Where am I at there? Hey, anyone recognize this guy? All right. No, that's not it. Damn it. Anyone recognize this guy? Okay. So the thing with Google and Nano Banana is basically like a really good video editor, or like image editor, more so than an image generator. But it does do well for like this style because it's so simple. But I was even doing the video generation stuff. Look at this. It's not good. It's not good.
You excited for Nolan's Odyssey? Not really.
See, it doesn't. It requires a lot more to be able to
You excited for Nolan's Odyssey? Not really.
See, it's just not as good as the other. It's the same prompt. They did 4 video generations.
You excited for Nolan's Odyssey? Not really.
Why is there why is there mall noise in the background? You know what I mean? So stuff like this where it's just kind of it doesn't work very well for this. But what I can do with it is, let's say it generates something that I'm not the biggest fan of in C Dance, right? At that point, I can go and, I could probably put it in here and then have it edit it, because now there's Google Omni. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I should have the HWAD Squad edition. Yeah, maybe. You can kind of hear it, you can hear the mall noise. Yeah, there's a subtle thing in the background there. But as for, so this right here though, Eric, this is open art, and I paid for the, what did I pay for? Oh, I paid $336 for a year in order to get access to it. It's pretty good. It's the infinite one. It's not as, I can do Google Nano Banana Infinite, but I just kind of prefer working with it. I'm still figuring it all out. So you can see that we've been talking for 250 seconds. So it takes a minute to be able to kind of do some of this stuff, even this one here, this is the video of the fight.
I'm out of shot, Maury. Terminator 2. Empire Strikes Back.
So I'm going to reuse this at the very end in order to do the last one will be a fight that will be this over The Last Jedi versus Mandalorian and Grogu, right? And what I'm hoping is that by using this, and again, this is only a test for me. Okay. See, here we go. We got the first one here, and it's generated a different counter.
I don't know, man. Mandalorian and Grogu just feels like it's hanging in space. No clear connection to the sequel trilogy, no real larger point. Post Return of the Jedi. That is the point. It feels like the kind of Star Wars movie I would have killed for as a kid.
Now, you see that right there. The problem with that is that it was a lot of dialogue. And I don't think it necessarily needed all that fucking dialogue. Right? But if we come back over here, we can see it is the same dialogue that was there. All right? But it's so fucking fast. So at that point, then we kind of have to change it, which is why it said do 7 to 8 seconds. Because that was, how many seconds was that? That one was 7 seconds, and it just went, right? So it's a lot there. So I could take that. I could probably come back over here. I could probably expand that out to double the time, and it would give me more. But that conversation, those 2 lines of dialogue is not 15 seconds, right? If I were to say, you know, like, I don't know, man, the Mandalorian and Grogu just feels like it's hanging in space. No real connection to the sequel trilogy. No real larger point. Say it's post Return of the Jedi. Maybe that is about 15 seconds of conversation, right? Even though over here it says 5 to 8 seconds each. That's definitely like whatever, right? So over here, the dialogue is too long and makes the seed dance animation speed up. And it sounds like they are, on speed. So like that clearly did not work, right? Let's see. I should produce my own content, maybe do a Kickstarter. You're onto something. This could be your premise, a video store modern times. Well, I mean, if it'd be great to do. Like, it would be absolutely wonderful, in my opinion, to figure out how to expand the world of Scott and Frank and make it something that is like, we're talking like 10 to 11 minutes. We're talking old school Adult Swim shit here is what I'm thinking of. Right. And so obviously the idea there would be like expand, like have the show, but then also be able to have it mention and reference and tie in things that are currently happening. And the great thing, and that's kind of like South Park, the way South Park does it. And they do everything now with computers, and they have all their assets already built. This is totally something that's totally different. It's something that I'd like to do, but I watch a lot of this stuff, but it's very difficult to learn. So here we go. It's like, this is kind of shorter then, but there's more clips. Okay. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it here. All right. Okay. So go back into clip 1. All right. And we'll see what we can do here by going back over to Notebook. All right. So, okay, I'll say here that that dialogue went by so fast that the characters sounded like they had been sped up to 2 or 3 speed. I have a revised script to shorten it, but add more scenes. Here is scene 1. Okay. So give it to that and then let it kind of figure it out. Soka here. Thank you for the 5. It says here, I love Red Robin. There used to be a location near me, but they closed one down. I've been noticing a lot of restaurants been downsizing. Yeah, this particular Red Robin, this is going to sound stupid as shit. My dad actually was the first bartender that they had at this location back in the 90s. When they opened this Red Robin, he was like the bartender. So that's kind of funny. And now my kids, my 6-year-old today was like, she's been, I've been mentioning that she's been off and on ill for a while. And so she's, for feeling better, she was asking to go to Red Robin, and we had the day off of school. So it was fun. It's good stuff. Then we went to the mall, and I found, oh my God, we went to the mall and, ended up doing, I found FYE was doing 4 for $10 on movies. And I was like, I'm not really feeling it at the time. You know what I mean? I'm not really feeling it. So I just kind of went like, I wasn't too worried. I didn't do it. I didn't buy anything. Maybe I should have. Okay. So now we're back over here. All right. So we've got this store. Okay. Inside Retro's 1990 video store. Inside, we're going to just do image 1. Okay. Give us an idea. Because this one here, again,
I don't know, man.
Going
Mandalorian.
back to that, it changed the whole fucking thing. Also, why would the computer be on the outside? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay. So, all right. Scott is behind the counter. Frank is on the customer side, holding a Grogu toy, a nondescript Yoda toy. It may not work. Okay, and then we'll do image 1 is Scott, and image 2 is Frank. Okay, so we're going to lower this not to 15 seconds. We're just going to do 6 seconds. And we'll do 2 generations, and we'll see how it goes. We'll test it out. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, well, there's an FYE. I went to the Tacoma Mall, so that was like 35 miles away. What was the title? What title? Is there a way to slow down how fast they talk? It is literally by having less dialogue or having more time, right? So if we had it set at 7 seconds and how fast they were talking, having it going to 15 seconds would probably end up doing it. Bottomless fries was the shit. My whole issue with that, like, yeah, the bottomless fries is great. The biggest problem with that is when we asked the waitress for like more fries and more chips because the girls got the Yukon chips. It took them like 15 minutes. And by that time I was like, man, I'm ready to go. You know, like I'm ready to leave. So kind of the problem there. All right. So this is generating that up there. But you know what we could also do is in the meantime, again, like kind of going back over here to Flow, right? I can sit there. I can show you guys how I make. Okay. Real quick here. Okay. All right. Okay. For fun, let's turn this discussion into a 3 panel comic for the social media. All right. So I'm asking GPT to give me that information. I really hope it doesn't try to make the actual image. I really fucking hope it doesn't try to make the actual image. Because, let's see here. All right. Add to prompt. Add him to prompt. Wait, hold on. Let me, I don't know why I want, oh, is it hearted? Yeah. Okay. Duh. All right. It's hearted. So that's how I can see it. But I don't think Frank is hearted. All right. So there's that. All right. And oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God. So GPT has what's known as Image 2.0. They take forever to cook. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the problem. There's a lot of people there. And when we got the fries that came with the burger, the fries were a little cold, which was interesting. Not bad, you know, just a little cold. Let's see, Scott and Frank. What about just Scott's store or something? Oh, if you, I see. Oh, the store. Oh, the title of the video store. I don't have a title of that yet. I haven't really built out the world. I've just been kind of having a little bit of fun with it and everything. So that's really all it is. Speaking of Grogu, I bought 2 boxes of vanilla cookies that are Star Wars inspired, based. I went to, at the Tacoma Mall, there was this Japanese store that had a bunch of merch. And they had this really cool little like Grogu sleeping pillow of Grogu on his belly, like arms kind of out. And he's like eating a frog from, you know, season 1 of the show. But it was like $27. Like, I'm not going to buy it. How does chat use images? Well, chat generates. Chat will generate images. I don't know why it takes forever sometimes. I can just refresh it. Sometimes it gets caught doing it. Like, I should say it gets stuck. Maybe that's taking forever. So I can, I come over here and go to, oh, here we go. See, this is the thing, right? It did it, right? This is what it did, which is obviously fine. right? Like, I mean, it definitely, let's see if I can open this in a new tab. Oh, I can install it. Hold on. I'll show you guys this is a bit bigger. So, I mean, this is what it came up with, but it did use Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Blockbuster Video, Be Kind, Rewind, all that shit, you know? And I mean, look here, Goodfellas, The Big Lebowski, Fight Club, Seven, Pulp Fiction, The Matrix. I mean, all of those are fine. Terminator 2. I mean, well, it looks like more like a sword than a shotgun. I Heart VHS, No Late Fees. I mean, all this shit like looks pretty decent, but it also looks Chat GPT, you know? So I'm not like the biggest fan of that. So going back over to this, we have to then, we have to go back and we have to go and give the original images, right? Well, actually, hold on. Actually, I want to go back. Okay. No. I meant the text for the 3 panel strip, not for you to generate, though I did enjoy that. So give me that script. Okay. So it will give me that. The downside to this new model with the thinking model is like it will sometimes go, oh, you want me to generate shit. Send me a picture. Okay. All right. So, but then what I'm going to do for fucking shits and grins, I just wanted to get that. I wanted to, while we're waiting for that to come through, because it's, as we can see, it's still generating. So what we'll do is we will add the photos here of Scott and Frank. Their original stuff there. I gotta find them again. I know it's like I should really have all this shit really fucking organized. But I don't because I'm lazy as fuck, and I just kind of do this for fun on the side. Even though I'd like to build this into something that I think would actually do pretty fucking well. All right, is this? I gotta preview this. Hold on. No, that's not the right one. Sometimes I forget. Oh, that's it. Okay. Sometimes I forget which. There we go. Oops. Whoops-a-doodle. Oh, crap balls. Okay. Okay. At least I can. Okay. Close that. Okay. Now, take these 3 images and recreate the 3 panel comic from before. Okay. So now it's working on that. We can then come over here and look at this, right? And go panel 1, visual inside the video store. Okay. So I just want to kind of compare it while we're waiting because it's still going. It takes time. It takes time. Okay. So here we go. Panel 1. All right. Inside the video store, we're going to do 4 generations of this. Okay. So now it's generating that. We can see it generate that. Let's see. I think you have something here. I really was sick with it. Yeah, man. It's like you guys know how much I love movies and shit. I think it's really fun to kind of just take the piss out of stuff. And then obviously it's like, I would love to turn it into something that could like live on. You know what I mean? Like it could be something. I mean, look, obviously it's like, this is my Clerks. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and fucking like argue about that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to deny that fact, but we can see here that, by the way, it has found some problems with it, with there being the generation. So let's go back and look at this here, right? You know, like this is why, because it's showing us as having a Star Wars VHS or a little Grogu figure. So we got to change that. Okay. Holding a nondescript Baby Yoda toy. Okay, because it didn't work. Right? Now that didn't work at all, so I have to kind of take this and just delete those. So then we can see if this actually fucking holds. Okay, but while we're waiting for that, here we go. We got image, we got clip 1.
So you actually liked it?
I loved it.
Okay, kind of slow, but all right.
So you actually liked it?
I loved it.
Okay. So let's go and just use this. All right. So I mean, it's going to escalate from there. It's going to escalate from there. But we can use this. We can use this to grab a frame from the very end, right? Download frame. Okay, cool. Now we can then add that frame to this and come back over here. But again, it gave me the same over here. Look. All right, third-party content providers. I said nondescript. I'll give it a shot and see if it does it again. All right, but I'll refresh it just to kind of get rid of the other stuff that was deleted. So, all right, that might, oh shit, that might be going through it again. Fuck. All right. Now, okay, so we've got that. All right, we're going to use this one. This one we'll just delete because we don't need it. All right, this one we'll delete because we don't need it. I don't like to hold on to shit that I don't need for the most part because it just kind of like fucks with me. So, but I want to try and do this one again real quick because it's kind of doing its thing. Let's see. All right. All right, images. Yeah, I just want it to work. Because again, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't have any problem with it. Like I did one about the fucking, all right. Happy and defensive. All right. You know, holding a Mandalorian helmet. Let's see if that works. All right. See if we can get that one. Because it should work at some point. But anyway. Couldn't you upload your own images? It doesn't take generational. Well, you can. Well, you can, but they also, it gets a little bit weird, to be honest with you, how some of that works. But for right now, we're just trying to figure out. Okay. Okay. So this is the. See. Okay. So by the way, this is what it did. It did the other. It did the same thing, right? Let's see if we can open this. Oh, it downloaded it. Hold on a second. Right. So we can see here that it did it, but it's not great because, you know, fucking Scott's jacket is right there. You know, then you've got this one seems to work and it kind of goes from there, but it does kind of lose it in my mind. I like it, but it kind of loses that like lo-fi approach to it. It feels more polished than by coming over here to Flow, but Flow is just kind of being a bitch. Okay, like holding a non-descript Star Wars action figure. Let's see if that works. It might just be everything about Star Wars. Just cannot get in here. And that's possible because of where it is right now. All right. Like, oh, hold on, make your own images. That's kind of what I'm doing with this, is making my own images, but it's kind of being a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay. So let's go back then and find that clip number 2. Okay. So now we're going to come back over here. Okay. It worked. Now we need to do the same for the next clip. How do we keep the continuity going? And then here is the script for that. So yeah, I like it. And we'll see what we're doing. Did Flow fuck up again? Okay, well, it kind of gave it to us a little bit, right? Kind of gave it to us. But it's, again, we're getting, you know, we'll just delete the ones we don't need. Come back to that. We'll see if we can actually get it. Again, all this stuff kind of takes a little bit of time. So, how many small video stores had bootlegs back in the day? People, I don't even know. It's not even really about that, to be honest with you. It has more to do with this. Okay, so here we go. Use a previous video as a reference. Instead of starting a brand new generation from scratch, you want to take the video it's generated for clip 1 and drag it straight into the prompt box. Okay. And then tag everything and do this. Okay, perfect. So we're going to delete that. I guess we will kind of, oh, shit. Nope, I don't need to upgrade that. All right. Close that out. Well, So now, here we go. We're dropping this guy in. Okay, now, oops, sorry. I thought we had it on this one here. All right. So we're going to do this. Continue the scene. All right, we're going to, where do I fucking click on extend? Right? Where does it say extend? That's the thing. Where does it say extend the video? Describe your video. Oh, combine assets and generate. Okay, fine. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, fuck. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. I fucked up by... okay. Yep. And... oh, shit. I think it was first it was Frank, then it was Scott. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got that. All right. Scott is still behind. No, Frank is behind the counter. Frank is behind the counter. So let's change that to Frank. Okay, and then Scott is there. All right. So, all right, that will give that a shot and see what happens. But I don't see, hold on, I'm just gonna ask this here. Where is extend video on the UI? Kind of curious. Because I don't know. You know, I just do not know where it's at. So we'll have to wait and see. Because it is, I mean, let's see here. Okay, send video option and open video. Drag the video into the prompt box. Okay. Select the extend option. Once the video is loaded in the prompt box, you'll be given the option to select it or extend it. Prompt from image, enhance prompt, track, auto polish, mode normal. I do not see the extended, right? Maybe that's not working. You know, fuck it. We'll go from there, and we'll see what happens. All right. And again, we are just testing it. No, Brandon has not come back. Although he's watching right now and probably viciously masturbating. So let's come back over to here, and we can just again see that it just is having trouble with this. So it's probably for the best to not have Star Wars. Okay. So it's probably for the best. So we're going to try that again without it. But I've had it do other things before, you know. Actually, hold on here. Let's try this here. Okay. Okay. Non-descript Baby Yoda toy. Let's see. I want to see if we got an image of this here. Nondescript. Like just generic as shit. Like, let's see. Something that they would be able to like not like. Here's like all these images. So I'm kind of curious if we could find something like this, right? Like this here, okay? We're not even going to fucking do that. We're just going to grab. I don't even know what you guys can see on the screen right here. I'm taking a screenshot of it. And it's nondescript. It looks kind of dumb. Okay. So again, it's still having the trouble. All right. Which is really, really, really weird. Is it just it's just, you know, because this is Star Wars? So I don't quite know. Okay. So we're going to reuse this, and I'm going to drop this media in to see what happens. So, yeah, we're kind of just fucking around with it while we're waiting. Ate a nice key lime pie from yesterday's wedding reception. Good midnight snack. Don't you already have diabetes? Maybe you shouldn't do that. Just saying. Okay. So we're adding that ingredient. Okay. He is holding. There we go. Oops. Frank is holding No, fuck. Okay. We'll see if that works. It may not work at all. I don't even know. All this shit that's not working is driving me up the wall because I can't I guess I can just click it out. I don't like the black stuff there. It just drives me up the wall. It's the OCD in me. It's like I need to get rid of it. So we'll see if that works. And then while we're waiting, bam. See, already copyright. Very frustrating. This is the problem with working with this shit. Is all of those got hit with copyright. Right? It's like, and I wonder if it's just because the movie just came out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just wondering if that's the case. So, if anything, then we're just going to then use this. No, hold on. Delete that. If that's not the case, we'll just, whatever. We will just add this to the prompt and then move on to the next one. All right. And then keep that move. See, again, just keep retrying it until we get it. So, but in the meantime, I can sit there. I can use this, mark that as so that's the one we're pulling from. And that will then should be able to give us like the next little bit of it. Holding a small green alien doll with big ears. Yeah. You know what? I will go back and I will retry that one. See, but you can see here the one that it was doing is at 86%, right? And then is it going to give it to us? Nope, because it, fucking hates me. But again, this is the biggest problem when you fuck around with shit. He's holding. Okay. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, he is holding a, what'd you say? Spherical Man? What was that you said? You said a small green alien doll with big ears. Okay, yeah. Okay, a small green alien doll with a burlap sack body and big pointy green ears. We'll see if that one works. Okay. But in the meantime, we can see here that this one didn't work and then this one didn't work, but we've got this. So now we got, okay, right? Here we go at this one, and then we can look to see which ones are kind of better. So considering he's got the same things that are there, I'm going to go with this one. Probably works a bit. See, there we go, right? It's the same thing. Third party. It was just completely bullshit. How is that bullshit? Small green alien doll. Like, there's nothing there. Right? Reuse. He's holding a green alien doll. Okay. Let's just say here, let's just go Mando and Grogu to see if that fucking... if that changes it, because it's really frustrating. And this is actually more than it's been, to be honest with you. It hasn't been this bad in a while, so that might be the issue there. But if anything, we'll just continue on with this one. So then you add that one to prompt because that one's already there. So let's find the good one here. We're gonna move this into that, and that should have given us a fucking thing. See, again, it's just this. What is it doing, right? Like, why is it saying it can't do it, but it doesn't make a lot of fucking sense because you're like, what the fuck? See what I'm saying? So what I could do, what I could do, actually, hold on here. What I could do is, which is the one that I saved? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm just going to download the 1K size of that one there, come back over here to this, drop this one in there, and drop this one in there, and say, okay, for this image, Frank needs to be holding this this doll. The doll needs to be in the same animation style as the comic. Let's see. Let's see if it does that. Because again, we're still just getting bullshit. So obviously, even being nondescript is not working out. So what we're doing here is we're just going to get rid of this one and that one. And I kind of like this one better than this one. So I'll move that to trash. I'll just move that to fucking trash because it doesn't matter. All right, move that to trash. Okay. So I just like to move things to trash. Okay. Can I just... There we go. Okay, so these are our two good ones here. We're going to make sure this is the one that's in there. Okay. So now we got to go back and we got to find that final panel. And we're going to just drop that one in there. And this gives us the 3 panel without any kind of copyright, which again, I'm not the biggest fucking fan of. But what I can do is come back over to here. It's still working on this, but we do have this to look at now. So let's take a look at the next clip.
It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi.
Wait, what? Okay, so that one didn't work out very well. It's kind of slow.
It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi.
Okay. So that one worked. Okay, so we're going to prompt that one in there. All right. So I guess we'll get rid of that one. We'll bring... No, wait, that was... Hold on.
It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi.
Okay. This was the not good one.
It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi.
Okay. I just like this one better. Okay. So we will just delete that one. All right. Okay. So we've got this and that. And I mean, it's not like frenetic energy. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not too sure how to prompt for that. But we'll figure it out. I gotta say, I love how the machination of your mind when it comes to this kind of creativity. Thank you. Starting to look good. Thank you. It's coming together. Okay, we're doing multiple fucking clips. Okay, but then we come over here and we look to see like how it all just got fucking totally what the fuck, right? So it doesn't make any fucking sense. Both are screaming across the counter, interested from each other. Okay, oh, that could be tested. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was probably the problem there. I didn't read that good enough. All right. Nope, delete. Oh my god, just delete. What the fuck? What's happening? Ugh. Refresh that shit. I don't know if it's gonna do it or not. Okay. So yeah, see, I have to go and basically do it again. So reuse the prompt on that one. All right. Okay, let's see here. Last Jedi had guts. Mando is boomer comfort food. The Last Jedi was film school homework with lightsabers. All right. I mean, it's kind of punchier, which I like. They sound mentally challenged a little bit. It's a little slower. Again, this is a tester for me. This is something that I'm expecting to learn. I got to learn how to do it at some point in time. So, all right, we're going to come back over to here. Okay. See, and look, bam, bam, right there we go. That does it. Okay, great. All right. See what I mean? So now we got that. That's now, but is that holding it in the same, take a look here. I want to see the properties of it. So is that the details of this are, so it's not the same as the other one. The other one, if I recall, was, it was 18. What is this? The details. Okay. So the original one that we had it, where we gave it is 1376 by 768. So it's not 16 by 9. So in the second one, it's actually that. So, okay. So that works out okay, right? So that we're looking at that now a little bit better, right? They sound exactly how I pictured Don. Yeah, it's a little slow. A little slow. Okay. But the problem though is also inventing the dialogue. And so it's not giving dialogue prompting for it. But if I were to come out and do the dialogue myself, and like yell and scream and whatever, it might pick up on that a bit more. But we're just figuring out the basics of it tonight. However, we can now then take, we come back over to here, all right, and download this one, since this is the one that we were using. This one right here was the one that we were using. Okay. I don't quite like this, so I'm just going to kind of have it do it again. Okay. But we can come back over here to this, and I can drop this one in there and go, okay, update this panel with the doll that Frank is holding. Keep everything else the same. Okay, so then you can just kind of put that in there that way. And then we'll come back up here and we'll find the next clip and we'll make the next clip. Okay, so the age shot, all right? So this is clip number 3. Remember, this is all going to be very short. So, okay. Here is the script for clip 3. Start to increase the tension. All right, because it's just kind of like they're kind of back and forth on that. It's super quick. The Adventures of Bran and Dawn, yeah, it's maybe, So, all right. I still cannot find that extend forward here. Hold on. Open art extend video. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Upload your clip. Wait for the process. Wait for the AI to process and add new continuous frames. Okay, maybe I didn't do that correctly. But if it came from it, it should have done it. I don't know. Download, move to folder, move to project. No, I just want to fucking extend the frame. I mean, like, the animation is clean enough. It's clean. I like it, So I really don't fucking know. Because I can't, it's not showing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, I don't fucking know. Something over here. Again, we're learning. We're all just learning. Okay. So now we're in the next one here. Okay, we're gonna drop that in there. Wait, nope. Grab the wrong one. Let's see here. Continue. Continuous take. Okay. So here we go. Oops. All right. Frank is behind the counter, and Scott is over here. Let's see here. Okay, drop. All right, and this one we're gonna do not so much 6 seconds. No, hold on. I still understand better than you. Okay, that's actually not bad. All right, well, we will do this. Again, the whole goal is to make a little, even if it's shitty as shit, a little fucking prompt. We're just figuring it out, right? We're just coming together. Okay, but then over here, it's kind of like, I still don't quite like how they're just yelling at each other over it. This one is okay, right? Kind of like this one. All right, we'll just go with that. So move that to trash. Which one did I fucking save? That one I saved. Okay. Move to trash and move to trash. Oh, there's other ones to move to trash as well. These are just other ones. So you can kind of see, like, it's easy to kind of do all this stuff. Well, you know what? I kind of just dig this one. I just feel, no, I like it how they're going to beat the shit out of each other. You know what? Actually, we're gonna do this one here. I like this one. We're gonna do this one, and I'm just gonna have it remove the VHS tapes and replace with it all. So while we're waiting on that one there, let's come back over here. Okay. Nah, come on, man. Try again. Try again. You did it already. It's fine. It's for a comic strip that is discussing the movie, therefore it falls under fair use. Let's see if that works. This is the problem when you're trying to create stuff, anything with AI. No, we'll take a look at, tell you what, fine. We'll take a look at that while I'm waiting, because this is gonna take a second here. Okay. I'm working on it. Okay. How long is this though? How long is this fucker? 4 fucking minutes. Jesus, dude. All right. Let's see here. Will it take that long for this stuff? Maybe. Maybe. Okay.
The mud is cold, the sky is gray. We've been in this trench for 40 days. Just a billion shadows in the line, waiting for a whistle, waiting for the sign. My last gun's heavy, my boots are torn. I curse the world where I was born. The sergeant screams, but I don't hear. The sound of bolters is all I feel. Oh, the Emperor protects, or so they say. But he's a million light years far away.
I like the slow-mo.
Just the gravel beneath the wheel, broken meat and rusted steel. The angels fall from the burning sky. They don't even look us in the eye. It's all gonna go down in the rain. No time for prayer, no time for pain. The artillery hums a funeral song. This is where the forgotten belong. We're the flashlight boys, the wall of flesh, caught in the master's silver mesh. One more charge, one more breath, in the service of a living death. Oh, the Emperor protects, or so they say. But he's a million light years far away. We're just the gravel beneath the wheel, broken meat and rusted steel. The angels fall from the burning sky. They don't even look us in the eye.
And he's got some good visuals, you know. It is crazy to think that this is AI, considering the quality of some of the 40K actual animation stuff. But it also does feel very video game cutscene. Although the 1,000-yard stare is pretty based. That is pretty based. That guy just like does not care. How the fuck is he still alive? Like, this dude just wants to die. Okay, how do they get the AI to do that kind of violence? He's a lot older now. Oh shit. What? Ah, come on, man. There's no black people in 40K. I'm kidding. That's what a racist would say. Wait. Did we get to see what happened to the fucking guy? Ah, that's kind of fucking lame. Parts of it looked Mickey 17. Kind of. I haven't seen that movie yet. Have I seen Kick-Assia? I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that is. I do not know. Okay, so let's come back over here. All right, we got ourselves the next two clips. Let's hope this works.
You were one when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
No, that's not. That is not what we did. That is. Did I put it in the wrong one? Oh, fuck, dude, I did. God damn it, that was my bad. All right, that was my bad. I fucked it up. We got to do that one again. Because
you were one when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
Yeah. I mean, I like the emotion there. I think that's good, but it's like, that was fucking my bad. I got distracted. That's okay. I just can't get into the 40K designs. Why? What's going on? Why not? Is Donovan's mom in the next War AI thing? Maybe. It's the YouTube movie made by the Nostalgia Critic back in 2010. Jesus. Listen, man, my shit ass movie, I would argue, is better than that. Now this is done with 3 people over the course of 2 days. But I am still working on the outline for my movie that I want to do. That's just basically with me. I know no one cares about that, but I care about that. Okay, perfect. So while we were doing that, I got we got ourselves the second one. I don't know if I showed you guys this already. So here's the second panel. Okay. And then we got the second panel there. And then I just quickly threw in that while we were watching that other one there. And I threw that in and I had it do this. So we got the baby Yoda and we got it ready to go, which is fucking based. So now to put that particular thing together, because, I haven't done a Scott and Frank little comic strip in a bit. So we come over here to, where is it at? There we go. All right. So this is my Canva. There we go. I don't like it like that. There we go. So this is all the Scott and Frank comics. All of them, right? They are all done. Which is cool. So we got to find ourselves, they were the Chat GPT ones. So we load those up in here and you guys can see me how I do the process in search of Snorlax Revenge. Nah, it was like an Endgame, but for YouTubers. Yeah, no, I know what it is. I just never got into that kind of stuff. I did watch the June the King documentary on Angry Joe the other day, and it's like I find the long. No, it wasn't June the King. It was that gamer from Mars, and I know Art. I've popped up in a couple of his videos, I think. Yeah, he did one all the times that a YouTuber said the N-word, and I was in that one because I made mistakes. So, okay, here we go. This is page 30, the 30th comic there. We're going to take a look here at this stuff. All right, so drop that in, and drop that in, and drop that in, and that's it. And then just download number 30. Yeah, and bam. And then as soon as that downloads, drop that here. There we go. I mean, it's that simple, right? It's that simple. There you go. That's we went through a brand new fucking Scott and Frank comic, right? And it's a simple thing, but it's like there's escalation, and you got your 3 panels, and it's pretty good. I mean, just like that, right? Like, that's pretty cool, but you didn't say the N-word. That was bully. Yes. I love your optimism there, Mo. Thank you. Yes, I mean, on that front, we made basically the same animation that we're doing. We were able to turn it into a 3-panel comic And you guys can see roughly how easy it is to do. Now, there are a couple of interesting little things here. So for one, if you look over at the adult section, you see that there is a little shelving on the other side that does not appear. But you do almost see it a little bit on the other side. But I might be able to actually, coming back over to this, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. Now, is that, I can move it a little bit. And you can see that it's actually there. It's just not as prominent. Right, but here, I can kind of play it. It's not perfect on the pacing or spacing, but it does kind of zoom in a little bit, even though it is its thing. So we do get to see a bit of that. Although, I mean, the fact that they're not equal-eyed and Frank is smaller makes Frank look like a child. But maybe that's kind of also a very creative, artistic part of it because, you know, he's meant to be a child and shit. Maybe in this particular moment. I don't know. But let's go back over here. And we're still waiting on that one to be done. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, like, you guys, I don't know if anyone cared about how I do it, but that's generally speaking a fair amount of what I do. I'll go in there, I'll tweak the dialogue. Didn't RJ say the N-word? He said it privately. He said it privately. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like he admitted to doing it because like people knew that he did it, even though he said it privately. So it's really okay. If you're trying to get background consistency, try erasing the characters and using a blank background as reference item. Yeah, well, I have a blank background as a reference item. Yeah. Like if I ever do the like a comic or like an actual comic, which I would like to. I would like to be able to everything would be generated like that. You know what I mean? And then have the characters have their own character sheet and everything. I've been watching this one lady. I've been watching this one lady talk about, if I can find her thing. She's making a feature film in AI in 30 days. And I don't know how in God's name that's even like remotely possible to do. Okay. But she's trying. And she does these vlogs every day where she's just talking about it. And I'm like, okay. Like, I watch them, you know, they're interesting. I'm trying to find the, wait, hold on. She's like my most recent follow, I think. So I think I should be able, let's see. Who am I following? Yeah, there she is. Okay. So this is her right here. This is Jenny Krakowski. All right. So she's working on, a feature film in 30 days. And she gets some weird jank, right? Like, you know, she says you're day 5 making a feature film with AI in 30 days. Here's another rough cut, scene 3, not the final cut. So some issues to fix around sound and that flickering. I'll be posting my tutorial on how to do this. So she does these videos on it and everything else. But just take a look at this. It's like, you know.
Nicky, I'll get you the money next week, I swear. Please, next week.
Next week, there won't be a next time. Do you understand?
Sure, he's got his flaws, but he's handsome and tall. Yes, he's a rogue, but he stole my heart long ago. Nobody's perfect. No, he's not perfect, but he's mine. Nobody's perfect. No, he's not perfect, but he's my guy.
So, okay. So, I mean, like, there's some, this is a nice framing. I like the framing of it. Obviously you've got, I like this shot here of the lady looking. So this is, it's pretty typical stuff here, but this cut's a little hard. It's a little hard of a cut. I mean, I don't know how you would effectively, like, the juxtaposition is just a little off there. I don't know how you would fix it, but this shot here, like, I want to know like how she did this, because like it just goes from the shot where, I mean, like they are like at the ground, he is right here. And then it just like the camera just then pulls back, and that this crane shot is great. Right. And it's just such a great fucking crane shot. Look at that. I mean, imagine the complexity of doing that like with a traditional setup. It's crazy. And I like the music choice as well. Yeah. Yeah, the music choice is pretty good. See here. Fourth, this is the one that Perp uses. That's what I paid for. I figured because I might like be able to corner him on a stream or something like that and get him to help me out. Let's see here. 40K has a grim dark art style, call it gothic punk, and a lot of gothic and religious imagery mixed with dystopian sci-fi and punk. No, and I like that. I like that quite a bit. I would love to really dive into some of the crazier parts of my fucking brain, you know, but because I have the OCD, it makes it difficult until I understand the technology to really be able to dive in. But I mean, like, you know, even doing this is just a lot of fun. And I really like this fucking shot. I really like this shot. And the music choice is good too, because I have a feeling the main character, like one of these guys, probably this guy right here, is going to be the love interest of the main person of the story, right? I don't know the story yet, but like I have a feeling because the context of the song is basically like, you know, like I know he's a piece of shit, but I love him anyway, sort of thing. But this shot, hold on, how long does this shot go on for? Okay, this 24 seconds. This shot holds for 53 fucking seconds. Or sorry, for 29 seconds. This shot holds. I mean, this guy, is he dead? I think the idea there is that he's meant to be alive, right? Because what do they say here? Right, and then...
Sure, he's got his flaws, but he's handsome and...
I really like it. It's a good shot. It's a good shot. Hold on. There's a woman here. There's a woman who has completely AI cloned herself and has that clone do her videos for her. I forget her name, but she wears Star Trek uniform. And she just sent me on AI cloning. You know, the craziest one is the lady that writes like 200 AI books a year. Has like no oversight. And she sells courses on it now. She made like 5 figures last year on it. And now she sells courses for how to just pump out AI shit. Like, I mean, look, I like it. I actually tried to fucking have it do some shit. Okay, now we're back over here. Let's see what we got. All right, give me something good. Give me something good.
You were 1 when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
Okay, I don't quite like the bubbling of the audio there, but I did enjoy the way it looked.
You were 1 when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
Okay, so this one, he drops it. Now we've got cookies. It's obviously influenced by Jess. Okay, so we'll use that. Okay, we'll drop that. We'll start this one. Okay. And we will delete this one. Okay. So, all right. So we're looking at like, you know, again, like look at all the credits that just to go through on that shit, right? It's like gone through quite a bit. So, let's go back up here. Now we're back on this side. All right. This is again, that was clip 3 and this thing's got 8 clips. So we're just going to go in and move into clip 4. If you guys are enjoying this and you are enjoying this process, please leave a like if you can. That'd be great. If not, that's cool too. Obviously, I enjoy the storytelling, filmmaking, and even the AI stuff. And we're learning this all together. Here is the next clip. Again, let's start to ratchet up the tension between the characters. All right. So I'm probably going to blow through most of my credits on this thing. But it's okay. Well, how many credits does it take per? So it's 1,100 credits per, and I've got about 11 generations left, right? And we've got 5 more to do. So we got 5 more to do. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see if it comes through. I mean, again, this stuff takes time. It takes money, right? It takes everything. You know, but we also need, let's see here. Okay, hold on. Let's add in a punch in or two to give the scene some more motion. Let's just try that. Because you gotta figure all that out too, right? A lot of it is just like, you know, like this, again, going back to this scene, there's fucking you know, I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I love that shot. And it holds the consistency. Because, okay, think of the pacing, right? They're walking, look at like how far they're walking. Okay, and then it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. And then now they've already gone from this car to that car. Right? They've gone from this car to that car. The pacing is worked really fucking well. And from here, so 24 seconds, 30 seconds later, all right, 30 seconds later, or 29 seconds later, they have gone that far. It's super, super interesting. Her name is Julia McCoy. Oh, great. I hope this pisses off Brandon more. Oh, he's absolutely here. Yeah, Brandon's absolutely here. But I know it is getting a little bit late. I should probably like figure out how to we'll do a little bit of this and okay. All right, we'll let the model define. Fine. We'll let the model detect it. Okay. That's fine. All right, back over here. Okay. All right, so all right. No. Hold on. I think that's backwards because it's not. No, hold on. Because no. This is wrong. That's where I got fucked up before. Is because Scott is not behind the checkout counter. All right. Why would he throw his hands up in frustration and say exasperated? This is just a soldier. Hold on.
You were one when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
No, that's not correct at all. Because if that was correct, hold on. Okay. That's where it fucked up, man. Because it's combining the two of them together. That's the whole fucking thing. Okay. All right. What we're doing here is we're just gonna image 2. All right. Image 1. Okay. Scott and Frank. Okay. We'll try this one and see what we get with that. Because it's kind of like the thing is like the notebook here fucked it up, right? It fucked it up. You mixed up the two characters and placed them on different sides of the image. This is the downside to it. Like, you know, it's good for what it can do. I'm getting ready for bed. You gotta let the key lime settle. Hold on. Since I can't click on that shit from here, can you DM me that on Twitter? I'll take a look at that. If you DM me that on Twitter, I'll take a look. Because actually, hold on here. Julia McCoy is let's see. Oh, well, she's got 293,000 subscribers. The world's first 100% AI clone, humanly run channel AI news. All right. Oh, God. Automated workflow. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Let's see.
Last month, I sat down with my sales lead, Jake, and we reviewed 11 sales calls from one
I'm assuming
week.
this is it.
46% of them were grunt work. Calls Jake
Night Music Man,
never
thank you.
should have
Night
taken
Mo, thank you.
in the first place. Leads we needed to qualify, enrich, and route to a different path. That's not a Jake problem. That's a workflow problem. And it's quietly happening inside almost every
Oh, God, that's such a
7-8-figure business
GPT-ism.
right now in 2026. So here's what I did. I built 4 workflows and 1 MCP, all on Zapier, that handle the grunt work for our team. And the one that genuinely changed our business lives inside Claude Desktop, connected to my Slack through Zapier's MCP server, which means I can talk to Claude in plain English, and it takes real action across our entire stack. Today, I'm ranking all 5, from the simplest on-ramp.
She's got, okay, like, hold up. What? Okay, for one, like the voice is just like there's no emotion there, so it's like hard to listen to, and that is the biggest problem with AI stuff. Is like it's very difficult to listen to it because you're just like, what the fuck is going on, man? Holy shit. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Where am I at there? What else has she done? Has she done anything? So she's just talking about her videos. She got anything here that's, let's see, scientists proved, right? There needs to be like a parenthesis there. Just proved consciousness is quantum. China just built an ex machina in real life and no one is talking about it. Kind of, okay. I mean, I don't know why. I'm kind of curious. Top View just killed video editing. Solo founders are about to eat everybody. I mean, like, this is seriously, this is AI? What? Come on. I mean,
AI hit 53% adoption in 3 years. Faster than the internet, faster than the personal computer. The Stanford AI Index dropped that number 2 weeks ago, and the
that
room
can't
went
be fucking
quiet.
AI.
Here's the part that should keep you up at night. The window.
Like that, okay, like her on the fucking deck of the Enterprise, that's AI. That can't be AI, dude. That can't be AI. I mean, for one, it's probably AI. Because, I mean, like, for one, look at the editing here. It's got, I mean, obviously it's got visual effects to be able to, like, go back and behind it. So, what is it is it on a green screen? Then they just fucking, like, key out? What the fuck?
That number 2 weeks ago, and the room went quiet. Here's
no, that can't be. I mean, the other one, yes. This one, no way.
the part that should keep you up at night. The window to be a first mover is closing in months, not years. So I asked myself a question. If I was starting over today, no audience, no email list, no funnel, nothing, what would I do in my first 90 days? I've been thinking about this for weeks. I built First Movers. I run 2 YouTube channels. I've integrated AI into 80 plus businesses, and the answer surprised me. The first 4 moves are what you'd expect. Solid, foundational. Move number 5 is the one almost nobody is doing. And it's the one that comes.
That's so weird. It just, I mean, like, this whole thing feels manufactured, man. That is creepy. It is creepy. Okay. So now we got, this is up here. So, let's see.
It's just nostalgia bait. It's called making fans happy.
Now, I feel like there is degradation that's happening, right? Like, I feel like there's degradation that's happening.
It's just nostalgia bait. It's called making fans happy.
Okay. But it's like, okay, so even this one over here, he sets it down.
You were 1 when that came out, and I still understood it better than you.
And then in the next image, it's gone.
It's just
right?
nostalgia.
So there's some continuity stuff there. All right. I mean, let's see here. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. Let's see. All right, I want to try, and I'm just going to download these together, and we'll quickly see if do I have CapCut on my computer? Or do I need to install it? I gotta fucking install shit. Hold on. I'll throw together in my little editor, and we'll just take a look real quick at literally that's gonna be like almost no seconds. Because it's so short. Okay. I think this is it. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. There is I hate dead air. I apologize. I did not mean to do that. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is tester. Okay. All right, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, because this is, let's see, video file. All right, here we go. This is like what we've done so far, like in 2.5 hours. ending the stream on a high note. Yeah, absolutely.
You actually liked it?
I loved it. It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi. You were one when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
It's just nostalgia bait.
It's called making fans happy.
So, okay. So, like, obviously, there is some degradation, right? Obviously, there is some stuff happening there. Now, for the first 3 clips, it kind of holds. Now, obviously, regeneration or, like, even tightening of the edit might be better if I were to tighten up, a little bit there. Let me see. Because the ends of the clips, right, you want to have, you want to kind of have it be a little bit better. Hold on a second here. Okay. And see, what we're doing here is we're dropping it down. Again, now it's going from, let's see. Now it's 18 seconds. All of that for just 18 seconds. So it really does kind of make you wonder, like, how much of this is a viable product, And the truth of the matter is, it's difficult because you don't really fucking know. You like, it requires so much to do. Where are we at here? Okay, we're moving that one there. All right, I'm bringing in the other. So this is more, I just kind of tightened this down a little bit, right? And okay. Yeah.
Oh, you actually liked it?
I loved it. It ignores the sequels.
It follows Return of the Jedi. You were one when that came out.
And I still understood it better than you.
It's just nostalgia bait.
It's called making fans happy.
So, I mean, 18 seconds like, again, you can see as the clips go on, there's more degradation. So I'm assuming that it's all in the prompting and trying to understand all of that. And so in the meantime, I'll have to figure this out, but I'll pick this up again tomorrow. And I feel like it's, cause it is getting late and I do need to get to bed. I have a doctor appointment in the morning. I kind of forgot about. So yeah, whoopsie daisy, whoopsie doodle. But listen, guys, I appreciate you all hanging out. If this is something that was interesting to you, let me know. It's something fun to mess around with. So I don't know. And, yeah, I will chit chat with you all later. Go get some sleep. Thank you guys again. And, peace out.